Good day, everyone. I am Shadeline Laguaan. I would be discussing to you today the module 7, which is lesson 2 about the netizenship and netiquette in online communities, which inclines with my subject PC 213 Technology for Teaching and Learning 1 from University of Cebu. From no more further ado, let's start the discussion. First of all, what is netizenship? Netizenship is a term. Netizen is a portmanteau of a word internet and citizen, as in a citizen of the net or net citizen. It describes a person actively involved in online communities or in the internet in general. So, in short, netizenship is like the people who use internet or the community behind the usage of internet. And next is, what is an etiquette? So let's see what is an etiquette. Netiquette is a short for internet etiquette. Just like etiquette is a code of polite behavior on the internet. This includes several aspects of the internet such as email, social media, online chat, web forums, website comments, multiplayer gaming, and other type of online communication. So, in other words, netiquette is like a behavior behind through internet. So like while we use an internet connection, using like social media or internet, we should have like this, um, not say let's say like a process, not really a process, but like let's put boundaries on it, or like the proper way. Yes, a proper way to act on the internet. So that is an etiquette. As it is like from the word internet and etiquette. We all know that etiquette is how we portray ourselves in a formal setting, or it depends on what occasion are we into. And internet is like a technology that we use mostly for nowadays, so it is very helpful for us. So that is netiquette, and you can see here on the right side, the picture describes what is a netizenship and what is an etiquette. So in the first picture, you can see here people lining up with different things. They're navigating different social media platforms through using the internet connection. And the netiquette is here on the other one. The picture says eyes on your own screen. Yes, exactly, that is right, because we should be like, it's also we also have privacy. So that's why we should keep only our eyes on our own screen, not on other screen. Because let's say if you're gonna look on the other side of your like screen, there will be like you can read someone's messages or important, which is like you're not allowed to read it. So that's why. So let's proceed. Oh, so here are like pictures here. So, and yes, Philippines has is also like, let's say, included in like, um citizen has a huge number of people who use internet. Yes, that's true. Like I don't know like where, are we on the top list or something, but yes, Philippines is one of those countries that use internet. So this picture shows like the Philippines being considered a social media capital of the world. Oh, I see. So we are the social media capital, and also has a need to stress social media education and etiquette among online users. Social media can attain many things in terms of social good. How can social media be used to affect positive change? So the answer for it is we have understand our rules, and responsibilities as global digital citizens. Our membership in the virtual community requires that we behave appropriately and act responsibly. So, and based on that definition, um, we as a as a internet virtual community as an virtual community person, we should have like etiquette as well, because we should act appropriately, because sometimes what we put on online, it may affect not only us, but it may affect everybody around us. So that's why we should we should know how to use internet wisely. And scrutinizing the term again, a netizen, according to the Merriam-Webster, is an active participant in online community on the internet. The, the medical dictionary refers to it as an internet citizen who uses network resources, which connotes civic responsibility and participation. Thus, netizenship means citizenship in internet or in a virtual world. So, as responsible netizens, we are all expected to support a health interaction in a healthy interaction in on the internet. And then an etiquette, or the rule of social accepted behavior online, have to be observed in writing an email and texting and other communication on web. So yeah, as a citizen, we are expected to act like um we should we d- uh we can be we should use um the virtual community or the virtual world in a good way, not in a bad way, because like if you use it in a bad way, then there will be like it might cause you depression. It can cause someone um it can cause someone's you can bully somebody, and it in your end it was you were just like joking, but for the other person it was not. So that's why we need to act appropriately. And then for the etiquette, we have rules also on social media as well that we need to follow to avoid miscommunication and avoid um, like how we behave online, because there are some people using the virtual world in exploring themselves and showing their alter egos. That is mainly the huge no right now in the virtual community. So th- that would be um the big misconceptual if in what do you call this one in I mean in using internet, in using internet. So that is the big I mean they misunderstood it sometimes, mostly right now, especially to young kids. They think that social media is very important, but unfortunately it's not. So that's why we need to guide them as well. So here are the netiquette guidelines. So first is protect your reputation. So protect your reputation, whether in real or in virtual world, you are the same person. Do only what is appropriate and share information that does not harm you as a person. So for this one, protect your reputation. Yes, always protect your reputation. Always, always. Why? Because what you post on social media is what others think of you. That's why you should act appropriately if you want to be treated nicely. So this is the first one, and then the next one is respect others. Respect others begets or treat everyone with respect, even if you have not like seen him or her or meet her in person. Be judicious about what you say on your own and others pages. Yes, so you should be respectful to others. Like if that person is you haven't known, but you're like your friends only through in the virtual world, you still need to respect them, because each of us have our own ideas, have our own um knowledge. Yeah, and also have our own, what you call this one, uniqueness. So that is the different. Each of us is unique. So that's why we should not let others compare. We don't let we won't compare others, and then we should also not compare ourselves to others, because each of us is unique, and and by that we just all respect what other people are. And yes, express yourself clearly and use emoticons. Yes, that is true. Communication online is difficult because emotions are not evident during communication. Mostly mostly of us, we miscommunicate usually take place because our facial expressions and our body language takes place because of our voice cannot be heard. Thus, emoticons are readily available for readily available to show our emotions. So in this one, we should express ourselves clearly. That's why we use emoticons. Let's say if you are sad, but then you are just like writing to the other people, like I am sad, but then on the end you are not sad. So the other person reading that message couldn't understand what do you mean by that. Like you only just say sad, but you don't have like you didn't put emoticons on it. So the other person cannot feel or cannot put his self on your shoes, because you didn't put any emoticons as well. Like just like if you are happy, you say I am happy, but like not, but a lot of people misstereotype you. They will say, "Oh, she's posting, she's happy," but then like I can see that she's not happy, something like that. And then if you like, for example, that right now it's Christmas season, and then like you receive a gift, and then and you posted it in social media that I'm so happy I receive gifts from my ninong and ninang, something like that. But then your, let's say your ninong or ninang is actively on Facebook or in social media, and then he reads it, and then like um he doesn't like he misread, or he misread your post. Then like you can say that, oh, she's just there's a possibility that your ninong or ninang might say that, oh, she's not really happy, she's just posting it just to show that she's happy on what she get from us, even though she didn't like it, something like. So there's a possibility that it might be something like that. So we should always use emoticons in expressing ourselves. And then the fourth one is remember the intellectual property. So this one is ideas online are product of intelligence of others. If you need to cite them, acknowledge the authors. So by this by this one, when you say remember the intellectual properties, it's also like owning your property, or it's like the your privacy. So let's say if if that is like a post from somebody else, before you share it, you ask the person who posted it first, because there's a possibility that like if you share it like right away, not asking permission on that other person, and then when that person saw the post that you shared, then there's a possibility that he or she might confront you. Why are you why are you sharing this? Uh, you're not you're not allowed to share this. See, so that's why you put also security on what you do, or on what you do on social media. And also like there are copyrights, plagiarism is very common. So that's why we avoid that one as well, mostly in the virtual world, because like right now in just one click your informations can be gathered by a hacker and can be used. So that's why we should be mindful always in what do we go in other sites. We always check if it's like legit or it's just like a scam. So we should always read the details, because if you know it's already a red flag, then don't proceed or don't pursue it, something like that. So next, check spelling and grammar and punctuation. Yes, yes, yes. Always check the spelling, grammar, and punctuation. But yeah, mostly the punctuation is not really like that important, but the spelling and the grammar, it does. Let's say for example, me, I wanna post picture, but then like most people do know me, I post pictures with captions only using English language. So when I use English language, I make sure that every word is spelled correctly, and I also check the grammar before I post it. Because if you're like posting it and not minding that your caption on your post is like wrong grammar, then you will get a lot of bash for it. So yeah, you're gonna get a lot of bashers. A lot of people will like laugh at you, and then you will feel small on yourself also. So it will like you're confident. It will some most people right now, they have this like attitude that they use those kind of things instead of correcting other people or helping them. They use that one to annoy you. Yeah, that is mostly right now people. And then also, since your face cannot be seen online, you will be judged according to your post. That's true. And then good writing means good manners. We don't want to waste other people's time reading our post which is incomprehensible. That is why if like you're posting a long, like you're posting something a very long message for somebody let's say in English, because mostly in Cebuano we can understand it because that's our like our native language, so it will be easy for us because we can already know the grammar and the spelling for it. But like in English we're gonna use it, then there's a possibility that people will just waste time and then can't understand what was your main point on that specific post. Because let's say in the first paragraph they understand you, but like on halfway through the halfway through on your post or message, like there were like missing parts, like the spelling, the grammar are not right, then the person, or let's say the one that you're sending the message, can't understand you correctly, and then it might sometimes it might like, oh, he or she might think that you're just like joking around. So that's why it's very important. And then the next one is pause before you post. It's a must. It's a very big must. Why? Take note that whatever you post become permanent. Therefore, think twice or thrice before you click send. Exactly. Cause like if you're not thinking if you're not thinking what's gonna happen, like if you just post whatever you want, let's say for example, you're posting this and that, let's say you're in a party, but then there is like there's a specific person that there is not invited, like let's say you have a group of friends, and then you the birthday celebrant doesn't want that person to be invited, so they want like only uh like she doesn't feel that one person should she or he or she did not want to invite that one, and then like one of the invitee posted a picture of the birthday. So the other person would feel like, oh, it might hurt their feelings. And aside from that also, if you're not minding what you post or what you click or what you send online, then there's a big possibility that you can be one of like, you can get imprisoned for it, for sharing bad informations. Like, let's say for example, there's a news about like, let's say, what is the recent one? Oh, the recent one is like the police. Yeah. If you're not reading like the informations correctly, and then you're sharing it also, and then you're posting your side, and then other people would think, would bash you. So that's the main reason. And people also can report your social media. Yeah, they can report your social media, your like account, because you were sharing this like fake news or something. So before posting anything, you should always think twice what could be like the what could be the result afterwards. Is it nice, is it bad? So always think before you click. And the next one is, do not share your personal information. 100% don't share your personal information, especially in the virtual world. Sharing your personal information online is like going around the stress wearing a shirt printed with your name, birthday, address, name of parents, etc. You definitely do not want to reveal all those to these many people. Besides, providing all the publicity will make you prone to identity theft. That's true. That's why avoid as much as possible. If you're like in Facebook right now, there's a lot of issues like ident ident identity theft. Yeah, there's a lot like, the recent one was this just like couple months ago, like, if your account is not that secured, um there is like a clone, a clone Facebook, a clone Facebook account of yours. So that was like, as I can remember, when it was happened in August, yeah, on Facebook. So always when you do like, when you're on social media, or in a virtual world, always put your personal information in private. You can change the setting to only me, to only friends, not to public, because right now a lot of bad people are like trying to use your information to get something from you, or to use it to get something from other people. So that's why always be careful. If you are really into like, um into this internet or virtual world or community, you should always like only give like this not solid information, for like not your main solid information, or but like just like your hobby, something like that. But when it comes to your age, birthday address, it's a big no no. Don't like share it. Don't post it publicly. And then the last one is, think about who or what you are representing. Yes, because as a son or daughter, you represent your family. As a student, you represent your school. You don't want your family as a student, you represent, and then you don't want your family or school to be put to shame on what you do. That's true. That's exactly a big thumbs up. Why? Because what you're posting on social media is what would other people think of you. Then let's say if you're posting in like in social media, like you've been partying a lot, and then your family is like this, I'm not into those kind of like how do I say this one? Not like I mean holy, like there are like very um conservative people, but then on your social media you're showing this, you're wearing this sexy clothes or something. So and then one of like closest friends of your family would say, hey, I saw your, hey, I saw, let's say, hey, let's say mine, like, hey, I saw Sheilin's post, she was like this, like that. Oh, I thought that she's like one of you. And then like afterwards, then when you, your family would confront you, why are you doing this? Well, so you're just like giving you're shaming them. So that's a big, and also let's say if you're at school, that's why we keep our informations private. Let's say if you put your school in, let's say you put your, where are you studying right now, let's say right now I'm studying in the universities in Cebu. So I'll put on my information there that I went to University of Cebu. But then I am bashing the school. I am talking shit about the school, about something like this, about the tuition, about how this teacher, how this specific teacher is something like that. And then some of your classmates might saw it, or even your instructor can read what are you posting. So that's why, and then you're just like shaming them. And then aside from not shaming them, like let's say you post a specific name of that instructor, and then they, like you have friends from other schools, so if once they read that one, they're gonna say, oh, that school is not like good, the teachers there are gonna, so they're just gonna stereotype already the school, not only that specific teacher, but like also the school, and even you, they can stereotype you. So that's why. And also those are the etiquette in go in being actively a citizen, active citizen in the virtual world. So that will be all, and I hope you share, like, and comment your suggestions below for more details. And you can also ask me for more questions about this topic, and I am willing and openly um willing and open to whatever um, comments or suggestions you might like to add on my video. So take, so this, those are the references of my research, and thank you for watching. Adios everybody.